So today I'm going to take a look at this recent article in the Washington Post. We can see it says that a study suggests nearby rural land can cool cities by nearly 30%. There's a subheading here. Researchers looked at land surrounding urban areas and ranked the capacity of various urban-rural configurations to cool the cities. So this is obviously referring to the well-known urban heat island effects, where urban areas tend to be hotter than rural areas. Um, so the reason why I wanted to cover this is partly because it's actually quite funny in the kind of really egregious mistake it makes, but it also then leads on to the subject of Gell-Mann amnesia, which I'm hoping to cover in a future video. So what I would say at this point, actually, with this article, they did actually correct the mistake, I think, a few days later. But it's certainly a funny example of sloppy journalism. So we can see here it says rural land surrounding urban areas could help to cool cities by up to 32.9 degrees Fahrenheit, according to analysis in Nature Cities. And it suggests that that's a way to cool increasingly scorching urban areas. Now, what the actual study found, you can click on the link from this article. I'll put the URL for the Washington Post article in the description. So, if you actually go to that study, what you find is that the rural areas could cool by up to 0.5 degrees Celsius, which converts to 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit. So what the authors here have done is they've taken 32.9, which is actually in terms of an actual temperature is equivalent to 0.5 degrees Celsius. But what the study is actually talking about is a difference, which would actually be 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit. And then it goes on to talk about the study and the implications of that a bit further. But it's certainly something journalists need to take account of if they're trying to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. I believe that in the States, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that temperatures are normally quoted in Fahrenheit, whereas in other parts of the world, especially Europe, we normally use Celsius. Um, so, like I say, I'm hoping to cover something called Gell-Mann amnesia in the future, and this will be a kind of simple example of that.